Well, good afternoon from Happy Farm Wife. So we've gotten up this morning and we went to church, and we had a wonderful service at church. It was all about worship and true worship, and you could just tell that moving through our congregation that the Holy Spirit was just moving this morning, and it was just wonderful to see, and it was just great. I love our church family. I just love our church. But we got in from church, and last night I had put a small roast in the 9x13 crock pot that Brad got me for Christmas, and I love that thing, y'all. It is wonderful, wonderful. And I also laid out some goose peas. Now the goose peas, I know that's a silly name. We've all heard black-eyed peas, purple hull peas, grouter peas, whatever. But these are goose peas, and they're basically a purple hull pea. But they are wonderful, wonderful. I got them from the Amish this summer. I brought a bushel of them, and I put them in the freezer. Of course, I already had peas. I had black-eyed and purple hull and crowder peas that I had in my garden, and it was a great year for peas last year, so for me anyways. And but I cooked those goose peas as soon as I got in from church, and that's great. And I'm just waiting on the cornbread to finish up. I've got about it's less than a minute. So but anyways, I'm fixing to show you here in a minute just what a typical Sunday dinner looks like down south. So it's not fried chicken. My mama was the fried chicken queen. I am not the fried chicken queen. I wish I was, but that's not me, and she was. I can fry chicken. It's just not my favorite thing. I don't even know how many chickens that lady has fried in her life. Bless her heart, and I missed it. She passed away when I was in the 6th grade, and maybe that's why I don't fix fried chicken anymore, because she was the best, just the best. But anyway, we're going to show you here in just a few minutes what a Southern Sunday lunch looks like, and it was great. Alrighty, we're all done with lunch. And that little 9x13 crock pot is bare except for the fat that I took off of the meat and the pepperoncinis that I didn't want over in our soup. Now, over here in our soup, I've added green beans, corn. I put the rest of the carrots and the potatoes, and I put the goose peas in there, and I added a jar of my home canned tomato juice, and I added a can of diced tomatoes in there. And I'll season it just a little bit. The meat and the potatoes and the carrots will have a lot of seasoning left in them from where I cooked them in the crock pot. But this is going to be our lunch or supper more than likely. I may take it to lunch tomorrow. We'll just have to see. For this week, for Monday and Tuesday at least. And then just remember, I'm trying to clean out a freezer so that I'll have a place to put a beef come the middle of February. And in order to do that, we're going to have to eat some of this stuff. So we ate the roast today, and we ate goose peas, and those were both from the freezer. And we're just chugging right along here. Last night we had ham steaks out of the freezer, and that was really, really good. I fixed that with some roasted asparagus, and I put some grated Parmesan cheese on top of it, and those were excellent. And now we're just trying to use up some of these things. I've got to start using some hamburger meat. So the kids are coming over on Friday night, and we're playing cards. And so I'm going to be fixing spaghetti then, so that'll use up some hamburger meat. So I'm just trying to work through all this stuff so we have room in our freezer. But that is going to be an amazing pot of soup once we get it all done. get it heated up here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the heat. And I'm going to turn it on about between a 3 and a 4. And I'm just going to let this kind of simmer on a low setting this afternoon while we're taking a nap, because that's what we're going to do. It's Sunday, and we try not to do too much except, you know, eat, go to church, eat lunch, come home, nap, go to church. And so it'll be a good time for this to just simmer on the stove while I'm napping. Anyways, y'all have a blessed Sunday, and we'll see you later.